You ready, Nick? Let's get him.
If you tune into me, you watching Gully TV. I got a very special guest here who most of you will remember as one of the electrifying dancers from Big Daddy Kane, Scoob Lover. You went through a rebrand. You're now known as Johhny Famous.
Yes, and in between that, it was Big Scoob, you know what I mean? So, you know.
Okay. One of the first things I want to ask you is, was originally, I was brought here today because of a record you did. Was originally, were you an MC before you became a dancer?
Yeah. Me and my boy Lays, we was called the Uptown 2
Okay.
in Brownsville, way before the MOP. You know, when they was bringing the music outside, big up to my boy, The Original. So, yeah, Saratoga.
All right. How did you end up becoming one of Big Daddy Kane's dancers?
All right. So skip to being a Big Daddy Kane dancers. Dancing was just natural when you turned the music on. We called it more like freestyling.
Okay.
I know a lot of the people that do b-boy and breakdancing, they more like, it seemed like that was the only style, but it was freestyling, like you battling somebody, and it wasn't on cardboard. It was more hip hoppy.
Okay.
But it was just like, look at my move, like that.
Right.
So that was natural to do. And I wasn't shy when I did that, but I was shy in high school and all that. Went to school with Riddick Bowe and the Fat Boys. So fast forward to just dancing just was natural. You know, writing a rap, you had to remember it. Me and Lays harmonizing back then. Lays from MOP.
Okay.
So Latin Quarters, we was winning shows at the Apollo with IOU dancers.
Yeah.
And we kind of like ran Latin Quarters in a way, like party-wise. Anybody came out with a hot song in the early 90s, we was making a dance for it.
Right.
You know, big up to Bismarck, all the Brand Nubians, all the groups was there with Red Alert. And we would dance on stage. We was like that, more like the house group.
Right.
And dog out the dance floor. They would swing me around in a circle.
Right. And
clear it out. And we just be nice. Each individual had a dope style, but we came together as IOU. So Bismarck came in a lot, and we been there snapping, drinking beer, hopping turnstiles. So they had a show, and Kane and Biz performing. That was one of his first shows with Bismarck. He was writing for Biz as well.
Yeah.
So afterwards, either we bagging chicks, taking pictures, and going to McDonald's to snap. Like you had to be nice and snap, or you was a suck ass nigga and you was getting robbed by other cats.
Right.
So we go get the chicks snap. So as we was coming out, Kane was in the back of the car. Biz was the passenger. He was like, "Yo, school," I'm like, "Yo, what up?" Thinking like, what you doing? Like, where you going or whatever. He's like, "Yo, my boy Kane wants you to dance for him." I'm like, the fuck you dance for him? Like, that's not even out.
Right.
There's nothing on TV. There's no backup. Nobody we looking up to because it's not out.
Right.
We don't got beepers, cell phones. I'm like, what you mean? He got shows. He gonna pay you. So that just stopped me from going, all right, you gonna pay me to dance while we just hopping turnstiles doing this shit for free? I'm saying this to myself. I said, okay. I don't even remember. I guess he got my number.
Right.
And it was like just called me, and he had shows, and it was me by myself. And then my boy Lazy Lays, which King moved into his crib. Like, we had a crib called a Honeycomb. So whenever you hear King mentioning Karis One, Miss Melody, helped him move into my boy Lay's crib.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on from there. And then Lay's went on to be his thing with MOP, and also he was the Gucci man. Like, when the real Gucci man got sick, back then, not the Gucci man now. And so I saw Scrap, which was Nathan, named him. That's just how it started. It never went, how something be like, oh, this is moving. It didn't even go like this. It just went from like this.
Yeah.
Like, and just took off. And this is nobody, we don't know none of this. Is nobody to look at on TV. Is nobody to be, we want to be like them. And I'm still living in the P's and all that.
Right.
And that's how it started.
I need you to stress to my viewers, some who will be a little bit younger than the
Yes.
demographic that understand the significance of who you are. Tell them how important or how big dancing and hip hop videos became during this period.
So in this period, like I said, it was just mostly dancing in clubs. You know, the days when you so sweat and like salt is around on your shoes, and they don't even dance. They just smoke hookahs and chill now.
Yeah.
But they dance to every song, and the dancers played a key role to the rappers in the background and in the videos. And we made the dance steps to most of these songs that was out.
Right.
From the Running Man or whatever, whatever style we did that made it go to the song. Big up to all the dancers. I know the interview is about, me right now, but
Yeah.
I like to share.
I would love for you to acknowledge
it was a
something.
room full of everybody. They might not have been as popular as me, but whoever's watching this, big up to y'all, because I know it's a lot of parents now that's telling their kids they used to do that and they don't believe them. Yeah, believe them. So the dancers was like a high priority. You can ask Red Alert and everybody. And my first video before King was in Tramp, Salt and Pepper with IOU.
Oh, yeah?
Before King, yeah. We won awards at the Apollo, everything. So that's way I was rapping before Kane and of course dancing. But when we got together, it just clicked. He was stressing that he wanted his vibe to be like how James Brown was when they take the jacket off and doing the moves. So we did moves catered to like, I think he could do this on this level.
Right.
You know what I mean? And of course, when me and Scrap dance, we was just wilding, from sliding on the shoulders, leg lock, everything.
A lot of these dances had names back in the day. Can you name drop some of the more popular dances?
You got Stretch, you got Fendi, not Big Fendi now, Fendi back then from EPMD, Reggie, Craig, it wasn't like all nicknames, Catman, Lazy Lays, had my cousin Miz, of course you had Scrap, he wanted to be Nifty at first, and you just had a lot of dance groups, but anybody that moved their feet, it was on in the middle. Now, was it a battle all the time? No, just an open circle, but big up to Big Lads, big up to all the girls too that dance.
Right.
High Top, it's a lot of them, you know what I mean? Fatima, Cliff Love, Juice, Wiz from the Rooftop.
Yeah.
It goes on and on, man. Doc Ice, rest in peace, Kango Kid. Just everybody dance. Like, if you could dance, you dance. It's not like, later on in the early 2000s, maybe everybody was just too hard, to do, to move or something, pause. But back then, if you knew how to dance, you would want to dance because you was getting all the chicks and it was fly.
Right.
And if you didn't really know how to dance, you was holding us down, or you was a, thug, like, yo, nobody messing with them.
Yeah.
We was like protected, like godfathers, because we bring the energy to all the clubs.
Right.
I don't even know how we got around. I don't know what job I had. I know I had summer jobs, but I don't know. I mean, we was boosting clothes, our little outfits for that week.
Right.
It was a time when if you even got caught, it was like, put that back. Stuff like that.
Right.
So, I'm not bigging up none of that dumb stuff we did. But it was just tons of fun. Never went to college, but we visit college and chilled with the chicks and jumped out of cars. That life was fun.
Yeah.
And money back then, whatever I was making then, it probably was like a little bit over double. You know what I mean? But right now, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Okay. Once you became one of Kane's official dancers, y'all took on the role of choreographers too, right?
Well, I was making most of the dance steps, and if I see Scrap doing some type of move, we would incorporate it. But like I said, it had to be a little bit watered down. You know what I mean? It was like, you see this little drink, I ain't gonna name what it is, but because they ain't sponsoring me,
right?
It would have ice and soda in it. It would be the drink, but he wasn't on the level of doing all the wild stuff. So but from being with a dance group, it showed me anything we did together would look dope. Even a silly move. So but I said, if three of us do it, it look dope.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's what we did, and it worked. Like, I'm not on stage with him now, but he still does the moves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
take me back to the Ain't No Half Stepping video.
Ain't no half stepping. It's light work. Like, cause it was slow. It was a slow song.
Yeah.
We dancing on, you know, all the wild stuff, running and sliding and flipping and
Right.
So that was more like just smooth, like. But it was a cool day. It was one of the songs. I'm not sure if it was the first one, but I know, you know, the Warm It Up and Raw wasn't like an official single, so that was a good day with lights, cameras, action.
Yeah.
And that also was the day when a brother, I'm not sure of his last name, Peter, you know, the photographer, was taking pictures, and that famous picture with black and white with me cutting Kane hair.
I was gonna ask you that next.
That came from that day. We was not posing. It was just him just taking pictures.
Right.
I want to let everybody know when somebody's filming you or definitely taking a picture, unless you signing something to pay, they kind of like own the picture footage. Like I didn't know that till later.
Right.
You know, that's how I see like.
So that
Kim
picture
Kardashian
belonged to somebody?
It kind of belonged in, but it's up. It's in the libraries everywhere. I mean, if I want to use it on a shirt or something, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? I got it. He's so busy. I think he takes pictures for the football teams, the Jets, and all that. He's so busy. It's like I'm like, hit me. I got to email him.
Yeah.
You know, it's my picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just go like that. But it's a lot of business right now that can be done from a lot of groundwork that we laid, and of course the cuts in the eyebrow.
Right.
You know, all the haircuts King had, you know, later years and all the magazines, I cut his hair.
I was gonna ask
With
you
the
that.
cuts in
So
the eyebrow, these little lines.
those
in his
parts,
hair,
that was all you.
all me. So, cause I could draw. Right
Yeah.
now, I make rugs.
You see, I got
I'm
the
the
parts of
only
my
child.
eyebrows to this day.
Oh, no, it's all love. So when I was cutting hair, and mind you, I only had one clipper. I didn't have trimmers back then.
Right.
I didn't have a beat, but like this was back then. So I had to line it, like, you know, close it real low so it can line up. So imagine how hot them clippers was. And you got all your homies. I'm the only child in my crib, cool, my mom's. Yo, I don't want a haircut. You could just fade right here and do it. Nigga, that's a haircut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't play. So I didn't really care. It was fun.
Yeah.
So, but if you went second when I'm cutting your hair, them shits was hot.
Right.
You know, it looked nice, but little 2 days later, you had some scabs.
Yeah.
But, hey, you had a hot haircut.
Right.
Man, you ain't pay me nothing.
Right.
So with Kane haircut, you know, I could draw. He never asked me what you doing. It just was me. Because I figured me cutting hair, I cut people hair depending on the size of their face and hair. You know, everybody, you don't look right with a Gumby. You don't look, you know,
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
You had a little stylist in there.
Yeah, I could tell what fit you. So when, you know, I could even tell when to do the part, where to start it. So you have to figure, I'm like, yo, you want a part? I'll just say you want a part. I ain't say how I put a part. Then after a minute, I'm like, so now King got this little a part that go like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you want something? So next thing you know, that part that went like that, I just went like this, amp, put 2 lines in it.
Yeah.
So now I got these lines, and I'm like, all right, yo, watch this. I'm gonna do this. And I was like, what you doing? And I just cut a line, and there's 2 lines that match. That's what come from 2 lines that match that.
Yeah.
So if you hear Jay said cuts in your eyebrow like King, I mean, yo, man, I wish I had the money for all the stuff I came up with.
Did you expect?
And jumping over the leg, I
Yeah.
made that up
Yeah.
from a karate movie.
Yeah.
You don't expect none of this, but it would be nice in my 50s to be like, even if a show was like, here you go, little buddy, thank you for your, you know. But it is what it is. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I'm truly blessed.
Did you expect barbers all over the world to take that iconic
No, I
part
didn't
and run
even
with
think
it?
about it. You know, my barber was like an older man, tech. You know, when I did go, before I started cutting my own hair, nothing we did, you don't, is not even, you barely, you still turning channels on TV, you don't got a remote.
Yeah.
So, you like, you know, video music box, a couple of other things, and you know how you turn the channel to channel U and shit, and you be like, ooh, you can see a little bit of porn.
Yeah.
Benny Hill was out.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know. It's not out yet.
Right.
We ain't even, outfits wasn't really out. It's just, we put stuff together. We ain't like stuff that was in the window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, like, be honest. No. Like, I'm not going to sit here, no. If I did, I would have made some other business moves or something.
So you had a lot to do with Kane's overall image.
Yeah, man. I mean, it don't get talked about as much, but yeah, being I'm not, only child, I'm real artsy,
Yeah.
just making friends, and that's my friend, and being extra loyal, Yeah, but it was fun. I wouldn't change nothing. Even stuff that went a little left, or you don't think you did business, you can't change it because it made me who I am right now.
Right. As y'all started to travel around the world, would you go places and see people with your haircut?
I'm not even. Yeah, because now you ain't got social media, but they seeing our style on
Magazines.
like Right On and all these posters. I'm still not even noticing. Like, I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not even like. I'm just like. I'm thinking like this just going on around the world. Like, we just want to be. I didn't even put two and two together, but now everybody, we should try to dance. Like, I'm talking about from thugs that if you just live the life and have fun, why wouldn't you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, damn, I ain't know y'all want, because I'm coming home to the projects right after Arsenio Hall and Party Machine. So
yeah.
I never, to this day, I don't look at myself like extra. Even now, they be like, you too humble. I ain't too humble. It's corny. You keep talking about yourself around, and somebody bring it up. It's better. Like, I ain't know. I knew you all this time. You never took. I think life is better like that.
It seemed like you ain't acknowledging how big that haircut became. I remember that was in '88, right?
Probably why? Because I ain't get paid, But
right.
being at that pictures in barbershops all over and in the museum, it do. But if I overthink it, I'm gonna be making myself upset. Like, damn, it ain't like I could get residuals from a dance move or a haircut. So you know what I mean. Charge that to the game, and the love I get and respect, I'm good with that.
I seen probably the school year, the '88, when everybody. I'm from the projects too. We had one barber cut everybody hair. Yeah. I remember like the first day of school, like 10 niggas coming to school with that same part, all done by the same barber.
Maybe I didn't think because it's not like, all right, it's not like social media.
Yeah.
If me and you did something here, you like, everybody. I didn't. So it's no social media. But so when you start seeing them, you're just thinking like, all right, they saw a post or that, but you more like, that's dope. You're not thinking like you on to something.
Right.
You just like, I'm being creative. Man.
No doubt.
I didn't even think about it twice, man.
So the group dance that y'all executed, it ain't no half stepping. Who was responsible for that? Because y'all all did it with Kane. Y'all did it together.
Yeah, like I said, and I'm not being cocky. It was light work because it was a slow song. That's just regular moves. I could have did it with my eyes closed.
Yeah. And
I really meant that. Like, if I have to talk about myself, I don't even see that as a routine. It was just like, all right, we're going to do this and do that.
Yeah.
It wasn't any practice or nothing.
Who was responsible for the wardrobe?
Kane Kane sent us to this store called Gibbs. But in the Smooth Operator, me and Scrap had our own. If you could look, I had a custom suit on that I drew. Big up to my homegirl, Kareem. She was a great tailor and designer, but I designed all my stuff and bought the material, and she made it. That's when, like Dapper thing, you had a bubble name on the back. So I had an S or something for school. It was light blue with the hood. She made that. So I had my own outfit. So that's what I had on in there. And then any other time, Kane just sent us to Gibbs. That was like on the second floor in Albee Square Mall.
Yeah.
Pick out something with the valleys.
Got it.
Yeah.
So dancing ended up becoming your identity for a long time. So what did you do with the hip hop, with the MC in you? You just put it on the shelf?
No, if you notice, I got 2 gold records, so I'm like on a whole bunch of songs with Kane. On the Bug Tip, Pimpin' Ain't Easy.
I remember he was on Pimpin' Ain't Easy.
Man, there's so many songs that I'm on his albums, maybe like 6 or 7.
Okay.
And then it was a time, you're rapping, and then I had the little style, check it, all that. That was in, you know what I mean? So he would have me background on the song and come in, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, I didn't put it on the back burner. It was just so, that just took off so much, and Kane was a beast, so, and every now and then I'm on his song, couldn't beat that.
Yeah.
You know, and then I went, you know, I got a record deal with Cold Chillin'. Me and Scrap had Non-Stop out. And then I had a hot single called Champagne on the block.
When you said you and Scrap, he was rapping too?
Yeah, Scrap was on songs. He wasn't on as many songs, but he was on enough of them, like the group songs. Yeah.
I don't think most people knew that y'all was rapping like that.
Yeah, but on Madison Square Garden, live at the Garden, it was just me setting it off.
Okay.
And I know that's a whole different question you asked me.
Yeah. Tell me what your relationship was like with the late Mister Cee.
We was tight. It was like brothers. I don't got no brothers and sisters, so we all was just mad tight, especially on tour. Like, you on tour with your best friends, like on the bus, everything. It wasn't like somebody from Jersey or somebody Scrap was from on my block. Kane was like brother, you know, even though I was older than him.
Yeah.
Mister Cee, funny, like we was grouped up, man, from security to everybody. We on that tour bus snapping, chilling, shouting out what hotel we at the end of the show. Came to a rhyme, you know what I mean? Something to get you in. We at the Hilton, and then everybody, imagine the whole hotel lobby just flooded before you even get back there.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of y'all names was mentioned in the Sparky D documentary. Was that you?
I'm not sure, but it probably was me, because around this corner, Mike, Brooklyn Moon, I got them the spot. I'm a people's person. Like, ain't nobody in this neighborhood that don't know a store, from the Chinese to the Spank. Everywhere I walk, yo, Johhny, what Johhny doing? Like, I don't know how I got like that, because I was shy as hell in high school, but everybody know me. So I plugged them up, Sparky D and Shantae. It's around the corner, so they did it there. So I'm assuming, you know,
it probably was you,
Yeah. Then I was up doing some shows with Shawnee up on her show at Rock the Bells.
Yeah.
Had my What Johhny Doing. Yo, we got Johhny up here. He gonna talk about the fashion and all that, because I've been on that fashion forever. You know what I mean? That I could do that with my eyes closed too.
Give me some names on people who influenced you fashion wise.
Top of the line was Dapper Dan. You
Okay.
know what I mean? Like, just custom making stuff. Really, I meant the older guys from my neighborhood, you know, when they wore custom pants, you know, tailor-made pants, what they call them.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, I just like colors, and ain't nobody. I influenced myself, like putting stuff together that didn't belong.
Right.
Because we wasn't rich, so whatever we boots, we was like, oh, I'm gonna get that. I'm going around the corner, I'm gonna put this hockey shirt or this with this pants and these socks and these wild color. So I was nobody else. Nobody.
Was y'all some of the first guys in rap to start rocking suits and shit? I remember that shit like just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, like chill suits. It wasn't so much like a funeral type. It was like, you know, funky colors. Now that's another thing I didn't notice, but you know, Kane wanted us to be a little dressed up because it wasn't. It was equivalent to how somebody would rock a fitted suit with sneakers now.
Yeah. Because
we wore Ballys, so it wasn't like we looked like church.
Yeah.
We was still hood with flat tops with the illest color Ballys and colorful suits.
Yeah.
So it didn't really feel like a suit.
Yeah, y'all wasn't wearing ties. Y'all was wearing like turtlenecks and shit like that.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff you ask me, I'm not, you know, I'm being as humble as I'm like, yo, no. A lot of it is going to be no. I didn't know, like, a lot of it.
Right. Tell me about the tours that you've been doing. I've seen them on, I think, Instagram. I've seen
you talking about right now?
Yeah, you've been taking people to a lot
Big
of landmarks.
Hush, big up. Hush Tours is owned by a lady. How you doing? It's owned by Deb. Her name is Deborah. And she started, it might have been a little over than 18 years ago, if I'm correct. So millions of tours. But as I got down, Ralph McDaniel was doing Brooklyn. It was walking people around. So as of today, they'll meet me by the Barclay. We'll walk down the Spike Lee, walk them around here. Sometimes we'll come in here, I'll show them here. You know, the record store, all the stores. I take them to Biggie Block on Biggie Stoop, Old Dirty Block on Putnam.
Right.
So all the hip hop stuff, they ask me questions because they from Germany, France, Canada, all over, and it helped me be a better host because now I'm talking to all type of people. Everybody don't know about just pissy elevators, and so now I'm speaking another language. It helped me with my comedy, just hosting period, because I'm making them laugh and just talking to them. Mind you, I gotta meet like 18 to 20 people 3 times a week I don't know them, so it takes me 2 to 3 minutes to know them. Clock them in. They booked their ticket before they got here, and I gotta know them. I gotta look at their vibe, their personality. Do I want to make a little joke about him? Yo, this your son, little dude. No, I do high five. What you into? It's quick. It's just me. With 18 people, and you gotta interact with all of them. So, big up to Dad. So, Ralph McDaniel was a little busy, and he said he know a guy, that could, hold the situation down. And I was already doing the pool room everywhere. It wasn't like, like how Boogie Black and Will Tracks Uptown. Like, I was Brooklyn. None of these DJs was on the mic or nothing back then. Now, that's not being cocky, but I could say that. The ones, they was not talking on the mic. I wasn't DJing back then. I'm DJing now. But back when I was that's why I was hosting, because they wasn't on the mic. I would tell them, that's how I started DJing too, because I'm telling the DJ everything to play. And, it was like, yo, might as well DJ. My girl's like, yo, you want you? I was like, it's just something else to learn. All this computer. Well, for like learning all this, you know what I mean? Now I'm a nerd. I make beats, everything. But that's how it started. I was literally shouting everybody out. Everybody don't get a shout out. It ain't got to be your birthday. I know the streets, so coming to one of my parties was crazy because I'm shouting you out. Yo, I see you, making jokes on them. They love that. People, you saying their name. So that's how it started. And most of these DJs out here was not on the mic. They just DJing.
Which one of these landmarks have become a favorite amongst the tourists?
Of course, Biggie Block, St. James. You know what I mean? When I pull up, you see people there that just came here. They know about the block, so they there before us. And they try to sneak on. Can we walk with y'all? Like, you gotta pay. You got Zelle, Cash App. You know what I mean? I had to pay dudes to do this. Sometime I might go down there too. It's not all about the money, but shit, gotta pay bills. And the Biggie spot, sometime you'll see Rolling Stone, because Rolling Stone got video now. It's not just the magazine. See his son to be there, somebody shooting a video. A lot of the times, Junior Mafia would be on the block on a sunny day. They still around the area. And they give me love. But, at first it was like, yo, what's this? I'm like, nah, if they going to be out here, at least let me show them and let them respect the neighborhood. And they look forward to me coming on the block. It's a lot of rehab, like some heroin addicts is on the block before. I'm cool with them. You know what I mean? I speak. It don't matter. I don't like when nobody call nobody. I don't use the word bum or nothing. If somebody down on their luck, I'm cool with all of them. High five. They, yo, Johhny, what you doing today? They leaned over.
I'm saying that's got to be like a part of the experience. Y'all paying to come here.
I love it. Yeah. And even when they not with me, they just know me. Yeah.
Okay. What made you go with the moniker Johhny Famous?
Well, doing all the shows and being somewhat a legend as far as in the game with Kane. It's hard, everybody knowing you. Yo, what up with Kane? What you doing? Yo, what happened to Scrap? Yo, what's up with Cee? And it's like every day, and you're not the leader of the group to be like, we doing this business, that, and that. And I was like, yo, I'm stuck in a box. It's a great box, but I ain't paying my bills from just school. It ain't like nobody calling me from one of these ill shows to be a judge on TV. So I'm like, damn, it's cool. I'm never not going to be school, because I was school before Kane, when I was younger. But I said, damn, I got an AKA. So I started rapping. I was like, Johhny. And then I added the Johhny Famous. A big up to Shannon Briggs. I got the famous part because I was helping him design clothes. He flew us to Miami. And when we got to the hotel, the bellboy, whoever carries the bags up, he was like, yo, what y'all doing here? Shannon, how he, what I mean? He like, yo, got the clothing line and all this. And he's like, what's it called? He said, it's Famous. That's my boy right there. He's the designer and all this. And the dude immediately said that, was putting our bags down and everything. I think it was a Spanish dude. He was like, it's Famous. He said, you need something in front of the name, like He was like what? I mean, he ordered, like, with no hesitation, he said Johhny. And I was like, God, I said, that's my name. Johhny Famous. Like, it made sense. It just sound good. Even, it wasn't about being famous. It was just about, doing the best. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I got the thing, like, I don't do regular. So I want to be, like, the best, like when I was doing dance move. Especially now, you got to be in the top range. If you do something regular, it's a million people doing it regular.
Yeah.
You gotta be like, is this the best you could do? Everything I do, I look at it like that. From comedy to touring to DJ to hosting. And I don't mean like I'm battling all the time, but I want to be one of the best.
No Kane, what's your relationship like with Kane today?
Well, right now, we in different rooms right now. Like, far as like, he's still performing, doing his thing. I'm still, making a name, branding myself, because this is all new to me.
Right.
Everything is branding. You can't stop. It's like, you got to keep on. So, do we be on the phone as much? No. We okay. You know what I mean? We okay. We still gonna be family for life, and we just moved on, doing different things.
Right.
But if he needs me, I'm there. Hopefully some bigger stuff will come. That, because I look at it like, we don't even got to dance no. We branded. We could build some other things.
Yeah.
But it's his group, so I have to build my brand as Johhny Famous. And if somebody want us to collectively as a group, I'm down for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the names of some of the more popular dances at the time? They got these TikTok and Instagram videos where you will have a mother who was a teenager in 1988, and she got her daughter next to her, and they rehashing the Roger Rabbit.
The Feli. Of course, everybody got their interpretation of the Running Man. Because when IOU came out, we made our own moves. We didn't like, or I didn't like, even when you see Kane, besides our interpretation of the Running Man, I never like I don't like dressing like nobody, and I don't like doing a dance move other people did.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we didn't have no name. It was just our style. And when you freestyle dancing, you got a little signature move, and it look funny. Say I do some funny stuff and just bugging out. Now all three of us doing it, fire. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? If you got three people doing something silly or crazy, it looked like, oh my God. And it's like, you a genius. Like, you know what I mean? So we ain't name on you. It's like all, we got the leg lock, me and Scrap did, sliding on the floor. A lot of the Uptown cats, big up to Juice and Wiz, they did a lot of floor dancing. Yeah. And I don't think they get enough credit. At the rooftop, they went on to dance behind Houdini and all that. Right. Me and Scrap, a few people, we jumped on the shoulders. So we just was like, what could we do different? We dancing, but now we need the highlights. That's just like a punchline. Yeah. You rap, you got that's dope, and that's the punchline. You're a comedian, you bang, tell a story, and then punch, So I never said it in this way, but all our dances had a punchline. Okay. And it was really not a lot of names. It was just something silly that we did. Yeah. Scrap did like the bunny hop. I did the slides, like I don't even know how I could slide from here to the door. It was just crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like at a young, the younger age, just putting your body through all that and loving to do it. Right. When y'all started to travel away from New York and around the world, would other dancers try to step to you and Scrap? All the time. Yeah. I don't challenge y'all. No, not challenge, but want us to see them. Yeah. To be like maybe critique them. Yeah. Or it was a few. Yeah, it was maybe like maybe one or two every where we went to an after party. They trying to make their name. Of course, why wouldn't they? Right? Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. And we eat crazy. It was like light work. Yeah. Because we was with Hungry New York with all these guys with different styles, big up New York, and you had to stand out. You ain't really all the time want to battle in New York, but you want to stand out so people, because how you gonna get your name out? You got nigga Scoob, we gotta go to people neighborhoods, going to Far Rockaway, getting chased, people shootouts. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
was crazy because you had to lead a block. It ain't like we could come in here and do a dance routine and post it
Yeah.
and it go viral.
Right.
You gotta go in the block. You gotta go in somebody's neighborhood in a block party.
Yeah.
You gotta be in a talent show. I had to pay dues about all that. So a lot of cats stayed on their block. Nah, we got off the block.
Yeah. Did y'all go to any cities? Did y'all visit any cities where y'all seen some dancers and y'all were like, this city get busy? Was there any cities that they style stood out to you?
I like, you know, LA had their style. Big up to all my homies out there. You know how they danced in LA. You know, yeah, we liked it. It wasn't like it was bad. It was like, oh, that's dope. You got Memphis. You got a whole bunch of places that dance different, but they mostly had just hip hop dances that was out, or the ones that was nameable. They just did them moves on a like 5, 6, 7, 8 like that.
Yeah.
We ain't do all like count shit. We was more freestyle. Only with Kane, we would be like, yo, we gonna do this 4 times. I never really like that counting shit like 5, 6, 7, 8 and do that unless I'm teaching somebody something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just too boring. Like what if you want to switch it up? You just stuck to that move, to the beat change on a 4 count or something, on the 2 count. So that's how that was. Now, did I know I was gonna ever be one of the tops? Never thought like that. Not even gonna sit here in front. Just knew that I even think I was dope. Never even thought like that. I just thought it was just fun.
Yeah.
Not even, I'm keeping it 100. I knew I was nice. I just knew I was nice. I wasn't like, I'm dope or I'm... It just, you know, because it's corny if you sit there and say you fly and dope. Like, other people have to say it. That's how I am to this day.
Right.
Somebody say they fly. And I mean, you're supposed to say you dope or whatever, but it sounds better if somebody else big you up.
I was with Shaheem earlier, and he started to name drop people who was on this
And big up my boy.
this big record that y'all put together back in the day. Who all appeared? Who was featured on this
It's
record?
funny how you say this big record is just a freestyle, you know what I mean? And then you know, years later I found out, you know, he made it to a record and put it out. So like Just Dancing, he was on tour with us, you know what I mean? He's one of the brothers on tour with us along, like Jay-Z was on tour with us before, Pies K, and Shaheem was like our little family. He's a funny dude, man.
Yeah.
Like fly, funny dude, and always was rapping better than the big guys. Like he had his nice punchlines, his breath control. He was a cool dude, and we protected him. Like, you know, as far as like that boy had a million big brothers.
Right.
From us to Wu-Tang, I know his knowledge is crazy right now. But as far as that record, it was just a regular show, but it was Biggie and Tupac. Now I know you saying it was just Biggie, not downplaying nothing, but they wasn't as popular. You know, it was our show. We was the more, you know, Tupac was more like my boy. We was having water gun fights on tour.
Right.
Biggie, he was just coming out. Dope, but it wasn't to a level like, yo, that's them.
Yeah.
So, you know, back then, I used to rap with, not rap, but beat punchlines all day with Lord Finesse, Big L on the phone, calling each other, yo, yo, yo. And so punchlines was our thing. So Kane was like, yo, that show, Scoob, you set it off, you pass it to Big, and it wasn't a Biggie like how you thinking now. It was just like a guy named Biggie, like, oh, that's Big. It wasn't Tupac the same.
Right.
You know, I think he might have been on I Get Around or something like that, but everybody was just coming up.
Right.
So I did my freestyle, you know, to check it out. No, look at the clouds, it's gonna rain, but I don't give a fuck. I'm letting niggas know they can't hang. Don't give me no lip, don't give me no back talk. Yo, break north, don't make me get my gun and blow your motherfucking head off. So, you know, it had the punchline, and he was like, yo, pass it to Biggie, and it was like, yo, dude, hey, where Brooklyn at? I'm like, you don't even know this history is going down.
Yeah.
And one of my boys told me, I ain't even think like this. He was like, yo, you ever thought that when you passed the mic to Biggie, he did the gun rhyme because you was talking about guns? I was like, man, I didn't think about that. Because my gun rhyme and his gun rhyme, he had every gun in the gun store.
Yeah.
He said, I got 7 Mac 11s, about 838s, 9 9s. Like, God damn.
Yeah.
I only got maybe a little 22 or something in my rap. So he took it to, so I'm thinking, it made me think like, damn, I usually rap about bagging a chick and flyness. So I was like, shit, if I'd have talked about bagging a chick, he probably would have fucking invented the strip club in his rhyme.
Right.
So you just don't even think. Like, I can't sit here in front, so when people see this, they gonna be like, damn, you keeping it 100.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that it was gonna be that. Mister Cee said he had the damn near begged the sound guy, can he record it? And he got it, and I think he sent it. I'm not sure if it's Tape Kings, one of the little labels or something. So it was 2 years later that he made it, a record and all that. But as you know, rest in peace to Biggie and Tupac. So I never really thought twice when I just hear them two back to back rhyming and they don't play the whole song sometimes.
Right.
It just was like, yo, I was there, I did it. If I never do nothing, I rap with Biggie, Tupac. I got a video with Jay-Z, Old Dirty.
Right.
I looked at it like that, but I still got the hunger in me. Of course, you want to hear the whole song, but
Right.
if I didn't, man, them brothers deserve it.
Did
And
Jay-Z,
big up Shaheem, man, my boy.
did Jay-Z display any outstanding qualities that would lead you to believe that he would blow up to be who he ended up becoming?
The hustle?
Yeah.
Because stuff he was doing, more stuff in like street. When we would go to Lacey's and I go to buy his crib, me, him, and Ty be in the car. One time, I was, I had my little raps here and there. I had me, got like 4 in the chamber.
Yeah.
4 16s, maybe a 5th one that you write and you might not remember.
Right.
He rapped from 50th State Street all the way to Jersey. Non-stop, like driving. I was like, God, didn't stop.
Yeah.
We ain't need no radio, nothing. That's when he had the bubble Lex. White joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I knew his shit was special. Like, I was like, and he had the hustle. So we get there. Money game was crazy. Little, different chains he had on already back then. And yeah.
So he was flossing the whole time.
Yeah, he was flossing on. It wasn't no down. I can't say nothing like, yo, ain't no sending him to the store. Nothing. Now I do have a picture with me, Jay-Z, Jazzo, and Positive K, and I'm drinking the 40, and they just around me. Of course, we shared 40s back then.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, nah, like his game was crazy.
Speaking of flossing, you keep waving this big ass ring in front of my camera, man. Let me
23.
see what you got there. No, that
Oh
one.
yeah, that's my mom's name right there. Her name was Juanita, and my mom used to gas me up to go to the store all the time. I was the only child. She'd be like, knock on my door. Hey, need a son.
Yeah.
You want some seafood? You want to get some shrimp? You want to get some? So that was like, damn well I want some seafood.
Right.
So now I gotta go across town to go get it. My mom's would send me 10 blocks for a Chico steak, the weirdest candy. Yo, it just was like, I had to do it. Back then, you gotta go in the room, you the fucking remote, turning the channel.
Yeah.
Then I gotta stand in to the commercial finish to see if that's the channel she likes.
Turn another channel.
And then, hold on, fix it a little bit, move the antenna. Her little boyfriend just watching me, I'm like the little walking remote. You finish? All right.
Yeah.
I gotta love it though, you know what I mean? I mean, the stuff that you complain about with your moms or your parents, you would pay $1 billion to just hear her argue with you again. And, of course, she's not here. So that's where Nita's son come from. So I'm definitely gonna do a lot of things in honor of the name Nita's son, my license plate. Just stuff. I don't put too much stuff out there, but yeah, that's where that come from. I just, now I got the What Johhny Doing, you know what I mean? So when I'm out in the street or videoing, I didn't want to be stuck to a room doing a podcast. I just want to just pull my camera out wherever I'm going and just interview. And when I say What Johhny Doing, it's never really about me. It's about whoever I'm interviewing or bugging out on. And then at the end, they be like, yo, I want to know what Johhny doing. You know what I mean? That's where this came from, the logo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, just trying to be creative out here, bro.
Okay. What can we expect from Johhny Famous in 2025?
Oh, man. I try not to wait to the end of the year to be doing stuff. Like I'm like an everyday person, so more comedy, more comedy, more stand up, which just more comedy. Period. Few more companies, a book, a special type of book with a dope name. That's just like, oh man, that's a no brainer. Just went to real estate school, did that online. Motorcycle license, other license that I can't, talk about. I don't want to.
Right.
But just stuff like that, DJing all over, and some more acting.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was on the last OG with Tracy Morgan, so we got some new stuff coming out.
Okay.
And I like to keep branding myself, so when people do rock with me, I'm fluent. I always could bring something to the table.
No doubt. I really, really appreciate this opportunity to sit down with you. This is one of my legendary, more cherished interviews, because I definitely grew up watching you on TV, killing that shit.
Appreciate you, bro.
You still don't know how big that haircut ended up. I could tell.
Nah, I mean,
you the actual author of that part, man.
Yeah. If I keep thinking about it,
it was called the
upset.
Big Daddy Kane part. It had a name.
I didn't even know that.
It was two parts that had names. One was the long joint that Rakim had. We called that the Rakim.
Yeah.
And then that joint that you did with Kane.
Yeah.
That ultimately went with his eyebrows.
Then Niles had his little hook part that all the
half
hood
move.
niggas did. Yeah. But I didn't really even know, man. I'm not gonna sit here in front. I just enjoyed the journey, bro. Not even gonna hold you, bro. Like some of the stuff I know you like for real. I'm like, nah, I didn't look at it like that. Cause maybe I didn't, cause I'm so much connected with the hood. Not so much the hood like it's all bad.
Yeah.
I'm so much out here, talking to the people. I don't look at myself in that type of. You can ask anybody that know me, they would probably say the similar thing. You know what I mean?
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you appearing on Gully TV. Scrap.
Appreciate you too,
Scoob
man.
Apartment.
And I did this on the spread. Maybe called me within like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I jumped to it.
Yeah, you showed
found the
up.
spot, and I would like to say big up to Calvin Moles. If you see all this background, where I'm at, this is legendary Moles, 80 Lafayette. They got a lot of things in here. Karaoke night is popping on weekends. They have comedy on Mondays, which I was just here last night. So big up Moles, and I want to thank my boy Calvin for doing the honors to let us in and do this video, man. Nothing but love to the community.
Thank you.
On the bike, you tuned in Gully TV, the realest for the streets. This is what it's about. Talk to them.